Hello everybody, I am Dan Stapleton and this is Elena Yee. Elena Yee, you just got to play with the Steam Link device.
I did. So we're at GDC this morning, we had a Valve appointment, saw the Steam controller, saw Steam Link, saw other Steam machines. Really interesting to see how Valve's positioning it. You know, it's a $50, like really small little box. I mean, it's even smaller than a lot of like set-top boxes.
No, it looks like a portable hard drive almost.
Yeah, it's about that size actually. Has like a couple USB ports in the back, an Ethernet port, capable of wireless Wi-Fi, and you just basically use it for Steam's in-home streaming feature.
Yeah, which until now we've needed a whole separate PC on both ends of that. Like you can stream from one PC to another, but that means you have to have two PCs. This takes the place of the second PC with a $50 little box you plug into your TV's HDMI ports, which sounds good to me.
Right, and honestly, when we were doing hands-on, it felt pretty good. I mean, we were in conditions where it was a wired connection, so obviously that's one factor to take into consideration, because if you were going to do this over wireless, then there's potential like interference or dropouts with that, depending on how your home network is set up. But pretty smooth. They were saying, like, we did notice like a couple of moments in Shadow of Mordor, which is what they were demoing on the Steam Link, where like it kind of like degraded just a little bit, but then it came back up. Was talking to Valve and they were saying that actually like the quality of the stream will be variable depending on how good your connection is.
And they're claiming it can go up to 1080p at 60 frames per second, right?
Yes.
That's kind of impressive for even in-home streaming. Like most streaming is like usually
like
30, right?
Yeah,
and
or even
720.
like 720 sometimes.
Yeah. So like if they can maintain that kind of quality, that's pretty impressive.
Right.
So I think that you were saying that they were positioning the Steam Link as the good option in the Steam machine spectrum, like good, better, best, or good, better, best. Is that how it is?
It's been kind of a long day. I don't remember the exact word, but it was kind of that kind of like three-tier sort of like, set of options, right? So you have the Steam Link as like your good option, where you get the basic, in-home streaming. Then you could also opt for something like they were showing us the Alienware Alpha, and that also gives you more of like a console experience, which is that because it's actually a Steam machine. And then you also have like your super high-end Steam machines, and they were showing off, I believe it was a Falcon Northwest Tiki machine running the brand new Titan Z card. Sorry, not Titan Z, sorry, Titan X.
But
Long day.
The thing that's weird to me is that they're even positioning it next to those, because it's really not the same function. You still like you can't get one of these and just start playing PC games off Steam. You still need a gaming PC in your house to do this. So it's kind of weird to see them put it next to those two as a like, oh, you don't need this. It's good enough to just get this. It's not misleading, but it's a little bit weird.
I kind of agree. I mean, because it kind of sits in a space that's a little bit closer to like the Android set-top boxes that we're starting to see that supports streaming from a PC as well. So you have like Razer's Forge TV that's coming out later this year, which is lets you stream from either NVIDIA or AMD GPU through their software. And then you also have now NVIDIA's Shield console, which also lets you do NVIDIA's game stream, which is the same thing.
Yeah, this I kind of think of as the Chromecast of PC gaming.
Yeah, that's a really good analogy to make.
And so it has USB ports on it. Do we know if we'll be able to, we know it will work with the Steam controller.
Right.
It'll be available around the same time in November, but do you need a Steam controller to use this, or could I plug in a 360 controller?
We didn't actually go over that during our session, but from how they've been wording it, where it's that you will buy the Steam Link for $50, and it's available in November, and at that time you can also have the option of buying a Steam controller separately.
For another $50.
Right, so it sounds like they're making it sound like an optional accessory. So I can't imagine that they would force you to use only that controller, honestly.
Yeah, and actually, like you kind of need to have full USB functionality on that, because a lot of PC games aren't going to have support for gamepads. So the Steam controller will kind of work that, but they'll want you to be able to plug in a mouse and keyboard as well, I imagine. So, and that is going to be a pretty good option. I'm looking forward to trying it in my house, although I am still in a Wi-Fi situation. I just need to fix that. But it works okay with like the NVIDIA Shield, but not great. But anyway, we're still looking forward to seeing more about Steam's expanding universe, as they're calling it. So for more on PC gaming and Steam stuff in general, stick with IGN.